Alex sat in his workshop, surrounded by the hum of machines and the smell of metal and oil. He was an inventor, passionate about his work, and focused on creating something extraordinary. But tonight, his mind was heavy with thoughts of someone. He cared about Mia, his childhood friend who had moved away a few months ago. Mia had always been a bright light in his life. They had spent countless hours together, laughing, dreaming, and sharing secrets. But since she moved to another city for a new job, their connection had started to fade. Text messages were no longer enough, and phone calls felt too distant. Alex missed her smile, her laughter, and the way she always believed in him. As he worked late into the night, Alex felt a wave of sadness wash over him. He put down his tools and stared at the blueprints scattered across his desk. "I wish I could talk to you, Mia," he whispered to the empty room. "I wish you were here." Suddenly, he heard a soft knock on the door. He was so lost in thought that he hadn't even noticed the time. He quickly stood up, not thinking to put on his shirt. "Come in," he called, glancing at the door. The door creaked open, and in walked Mia. Alex's heart raced. He hadn't seen her in months, and now here she was, standing in his room. But there was a problem. He was standing there without his shirt. Mia's eyes widened in shock, and for a brief moment, they both stood frozen. Then, to his surprise, she burst into laughter. "Oh my gosh, Alex. I didn't expect to walk in on this." Alex felt his cheeks heat up as he quickly grabbed his shirt from the chair. "I didn't think anyone would come in. I'm so sorry." As he put on his shirt, Mia stepped into the room, still giggling. "It's okay. It's good to see you, even if it's a bit unexpected." Once the initial awkwardness faded, they both settled into a comfortable conversation. Alex couldn't believe how much he missed her presence. They reminisced about their childhood, sharing memories of silly pranks and adventures. They laughed about the time they built a treehouse, which ended up collapsing after a rainstorm. "I wish we could go back to those days," Alex said, a hint of sadness creeping into his voice. "Everything feels so different now." Mia nodded, her expression turning serious. "I know what you mean. It's hard being away from friends." "I miss you too, Alex. I didn't realize how much until I got here." The weight of their distance hung in the air. Alex wanted to reach out, to reconnect, but he didn't know how. "Maybe we could try to stay in touch more? Video calls or something," he suggested. "Definitely." "I'd love that," Mia replied, her eyes sparkling with hope. "We can share our lives like we used to. I want to hear about your inventions and everything else." Alex felt a sense of relief wash over him. "That sounds great. And I want to hear all about your new job and your adventures in the city. It's a big change for you." As they talked, the late-night hours slipped away, and the workshop felt alive with laughter and stories. It was as if no time had passed at all. Alex realized that despite the distance, their bond was still strong. They could still support each other and share their dreams. "Let's make a pact," Mia said, leaning forward with excitement. "No matter how far apart we are, we'll always stay connected. We can be each other's cheerleaders." "I like that," Alex agreed, feeling a surge of hope. "And I'll keep working on my inventions. Maybe one day I can create something that brings us even closer together, like a way to teleport, or something." Mia laughed again, the sound filling his workshop with warmth. "That would be amazing. I'll be your first customer." As the night wore on, they continued to dream and plan, their hearts lightened by the promise of reconnection. In that moment, Alex felt a renewed sense of purpose. He would not let distance define their friendship. Instead, he would use it as motivation to keep pushing forward with his work and to keep Mia in his life, no matter the miles that separated them. Eventually, as dawn began to break, Mia stood up, stretching her arms. "I should probably get going." I have to get back before anyone notices I'm gone. Right, of course. But let's talk again soon, okay? Alex said, feeling a mix of happiness and sadness at her departure. Absolutely. I'll call you. Tomorrow, she promised, giving him a warm smile. As she walked to the door, Alex felt a sense of hope blooming in his chest. He realized that while distance could make things difficult, it could also strengthen their bond. They had a chance to support each other and grow, no matter where life took them. As Mia stepped out into the early morning light, Alex felt a spark of inspiration. He returned to his workbench, determined to channel his feelings into his inventions. He would create something, not just for himself, but for their friendship. Something that would remind them both that no matter how far apart they were, they would always be connected. With renewed energy, he began sketching ideas, envisioning a future where distance was no obstacle. He could feel Mia's presence with him, cheering him on, and that made all the difference. In the quiet of his workshop, Alex smiled, knowing that he could always count on their friendship, and he felt a sense of excitement for what lay ahead. Ready to face any challenge, with hope guiding him forward. After their late-night conversation, Alex found himself filled with a sense of hope. He realized that even though Mia had moved away, their friendship could still thrive. He sat at his workbench, sketching ideas for his invention, but his thoughts kept drifting back to Mia. How could he make her feel closer, even from afar? Next day, Alex decided to take action. He grabbed his phone and opened the messaging app. As he stared at the screen, he hesitated. What should he say? He wanted to share his thoughts and feelings, but he didn't want to sound too sentimental. Finally, he typed out a simple message. Hey, Mia. I had a great time talking last night. Let's keep the momentum going. How about a video call this weekend? He hit send and felt a wave of nervous energy. Would she respond? Would she be excited? Moments later, his phone buzzed. I'd love that. Let's do it. A smile spread across Alex's face. He felt a rush of excitement. They were taking the first step towards reconnecting, and he was determined to make it special. As the weekend approached, Alex prepared for their video call. He cleaned up his workshop, making sure it looked inviting. He set up his laptop on the workbench and practiced what he wanted to say. He wanted to show Mia all the progress he had made on his inventions, and he hoped to inspire her with his passion. When the day finally arrived, Alex felt butterflies in his stomach. He logged into the video call and waited, glancing at the clock. Just as he started to wonder if she would show up, the screen lit up with Mia's face. Hey, Alex, she exclaimed, her smile brightening the room. I can't believe we're doing this. Me neither. It's so good to see you, he replied, feeling warmth spread through him. They spent the first few minutes chatting about their weeks, sharing funny stories and updates. Alex felt the distance between them begin to fade as they laughed together. It was almost as if they were sitting across from each other in the same room. Okay, show me what you've been working on, Mia said, her eyes sparkling with curiosity. Alex turned his laptop around to show her his workbench. This is the prototype for my new energy device. I'm hoping it can make power consumption more efficient. What do you think? Mia leaned closer to the screen, her expression serious. Wow, that looks amazing. You've really put a lot of effort into this. I can't believe how far you've come. Encouraged by her enthusiasm, Alex explained the details of his invention. He described how it worked and the impact it could have on the environment. As he spoke, he could see that Mia was genuinely interested, and it made him feel proud. I've always believed in you. Alex, this is really impressive, she said. You're going to change the world with this. Her words filled him with determination. He realized that their friendship was a source of motivation. Knowing that Mia believed in him made him want to work even harder. I want to share this journey with you, he said, feeling bold. How about we collaborate? You could help me with ideas, and I could send you updates on the project. Mia's eyes lit up. I'd love that. I've missed being part of your creative process. We can brainstorm together, even if it's over video calls. They spent the next hour discussing ideas, bouncing thoughts off each other. Alex felt invigorated, as if a spark had reignited within him. They talked about their dreams, their hopes for the future, and how they could support each other despite the distance. As the call came to an end, Alex felt a lingering sadness. I wish we could hang out in person, he admitted. It's not the same, but I'm really glad we did this. Me too, Mia said softly. But this is just the beginning. We can make it work. I'll always be here for you, no matter how far apart we are. Her words filled him with hope. He realized that their friendship could withstand any distance. They had found a way to reconnect, and it felt like a new chapter was starting for both of them. After their call, Alex felt inspired. He returned to his workbench and began sketching new ideas, determined to incorporate Mia's feedback. He worked tirelessly, fueled by the thought of sharing his progress with her. With each passing day, he felt more connected to her, even if they were miles apart. Over the next few weeks, they continued to video call regularly. They shared their lives, their dreams, and even their challenges. Alex kept Mia updated on his invention, and she offered her insights, helping him refine his ideas. One evening, as they were after the tech fair, Alex felt a burst of energy and motivation. His invention had received positive feedback, and he knew he couldn't have reached this point without Mia's support. Their video calls had become a regular part of his life, and he cherished every moment they spent together. But even with the success of his project, a lingering sadness still tugged at his heart. He missed the physical presence of his friend, the sound of her laughter in the same room, the shared experiences, and the comfort of simply being together. One evening, after a long day of work, Alex sat in his workshop and stared at the wall. He thought about how much he wanted to reconnect with Mia in a deeper way. The distance between them felt heavy, even with their regular calls. He wanted to do something special, something that could bridge the gap created by miles. Suddenly, an idea struck him like a bolt of lightning. What if he made a special gift for Mia? Something tangible that would remind her of their friendship and the adventures they had shared? It could be a symbol of their bond, a way to keep her close even when they were apart. Excited, Alex set to work. He had always loved crafting things, and this project would be no different. He decided to create a small gadget that would allow them to communicate in a unique way. It would be a friendship device, a small portable gadget that could send messages back and forth, no matter the distance. He gathered materials from his workshop, small circuits, colored lights, and a tiny speaker. As he worked, he imagined Mia's reaction when she saw what he was creating. He envisioned her face lighting up with joy, and that image fueled his determination. Day after day, Alex poured his heart into the project. He spent late nights perfecting the design, making sure it was not only functional, but also beautiful. He wanted it to reflect their friendship, vibrant and full of life. Finally, after weeks of hard work, the device was complete. It was a small, heart-shaped gadget with a glowing LED light. When one person pressed the button, it would light up and play a short melody, signaling that they were thinking of each other. It was a simple idea, but Alex believed it would mean a lot. With the device finished, he felt a surge of excitement. He couldn't wait to share it with Mia. He decided to send it to her as a surprise. He carefully packaged the gadget, adding a handwritten note that read, "Mia, this is a little something to remind you that no distance can break our bond. Whenever you press this button, know that I'm thinking of you. Let's stay connected, no matter what." He shipped the package the next day, eagerly counting down the days until it would arrive. He imagined Mia's surprise and happiness when she opened it. When the day finally came, Alex was a bundle of nerves. He eagerly checked his phone for a message from Mia. A few hours later, it came. "Alex, you won't believe what just arrived." A message read. His heart raced as he replied, "What is it? Tell me." I opened the package, and it's incredible. A friendship device? This is the coolest thing ever. I can't believe you made this for me. Alex felt a warmth spread through him. He could picture Mia's excitement, and it made him smile. "I'm so glad you like it. Press the button." He waited anxiously as Mia responded, "Okay, here goes." A moment later, Alex heard a cheerful melody playing from his device. The lights flashed brightly, and he couldn't help but laugh. It worked. Now we can always feel connected, no matter where we are. Mia's face appeared on the screen again, beaming with joy. "This is amazing, Alex. I love it. Thank you so much." "It means the world to me." Their conversation flowed, easily filled with laughter and excitement over the new gadget. They spent hours discussing how they could use it to stay in touch, making plans for when they could visit each other again. Weeks passed, and the friendship device became a part of their daily lives. They would send messages back and forth, lighting up each other's days with the simple press of a button. It felt like a game, and they both enjoyed the joy it brought. Whenever Alex pressed the button, he could almost feel Mia's presence with him, and the distance felt a little less daunting. One day, Mia suggested, "Let's make a challenge. We should each come up with an invention that could help people stay connected better. We can share our ideas and create something together." "That sounds fantastic," Alex replied, his mind racing with possibilities. "We can brainstorm and then work on it together, just like the old days." As they dove into the challenge, their friendship flourished even more. They both worked hard on their ideas, sending sketches and prototypes back and forth. It felt invigorating to collaborate again, and Alex loved how their creativity sparked new ideas. Eventually, they decided to present their inventions at another local tech fair. This time, they would showcase their work as a team, combining their talents and ideas. The thought of being on stage together, even virtually, filled Alex with excitement. In the weeks leading up to the fair, they practiced their presentation tirelessly. They supported each other, offering constructive feedback and encouragement. With every passing day, Alex felt more connected to Mia, as if the distance had become irrelevant. On the day of the fair, they set up their presentation, and Alex felt a mix of nerves and excitement. As they took the stage together, even through the screen, he felt an electric energy between them. "Thank you all for being here," Alex said, his voice steady despite his nerves. "Today, we're excited to share our inventions that help people stay connected, no matter where they are." Mia added, "We believe that friendship should never be limited by distance. Our ideas are designed to bring people closer together." As they presented their inventions, they played off each other's strengths, seamlessly weaving their ideas together. The audience responded with enthusiasm, and Alex felt a sense of pride swell within him. This moment felt like a celebration of their friendship and the journey they had taken together. When they finished, the applause was thunderous. People approached them with questions and compliments, and Alex felt a rush of happiness. They had done it together, proving that distance could not diminish their bond. After the fair, as they celebrated their success over a video call, Alex looked at Mia and said, "I couldn't have done any of this without you. You're my partner in every way." Mia smiled warmly. "And you're mine, Alex. This has been such an incredible journey, and I'm so grateful for our friendship. We've shown that no matter the distance, we can achieve great things together." In that moment, Alex realized that they had not only built a friendship device, they had built a bridge across the distance that had once felt so daunting. Their connection was stronger than ever, filled with hope and possibility. As they talked, late into the night, Alex felt a sense of excitement for the future. He knew that their friendship would continue to grow, no matter where life took them. They had proven that true friendship could conquer any obstacle, and together they were ready to take on the world. After the success of their joint presentation at the tech fair, Alex felt a renewed sense of purpose. He and Mia had proven that distance didn't have to weaken their bond. In fact, it had strengthened it. However, even with their friendship device and regular calls, Alex still felt a lingering ache of longing. He wanted to be with Mia in person, to share experiences and create memories that could not be captured through a screen. One evening, as Alex sat in his workshop, he thought about how much he missed seeing Mia face to face. He remembered all. The adventures they had shared, from exploring the woods behind their houses to late-night stargazing. Each memory was a reminder of how special their friendship was. "I need to make this happen," he said to himself, determination filling his heart. "I need to find a way to see her." But how could he do it? Mia was busy with her new job, and traveling would take time and resources. Suddenly, an idea sparked in his mind. What if he planned a surprise visit? He could travel to her city, and they could spend time together, just like old times. The thought excited him, but he knew he had to be careful. He didn't want to disrupt her life or catch her off guard. Alex spent the next few days researching Mia City. He looked up fun places they could visit together, parks, museums, and even a few local cafes they had talked about. He wanted to make this visit special, filled with memories they could cherish forever. Once he had a plan in place, Alex needed to figure out the logistics. He saved up money from his job, cutting back on unnecessary expenses. He also made sure to keep his plans a secret from Mia. It was hard to hide his excitement, but he wanted the surprise to be perfect. Finally, the day of his trip arrived. Alex packed a small bag with essentials, including his friendship device, which he planned to gift to Mia as a reminder of their connection. As he boarded the train, he felt a mix of excitement and nervousness. Would Mia be happy to see him? Would she be surprised? As the train rolled through the countryside, Alex thought about all the possibilities that lay ahead. He imagined their reunion, the hugs, the laughter, and the joy of being together again. It made the journey feel shorter, and before long, he arrived at the bustling city. Once he stepped off the train, Alex took a deep breath, soaking in the new sights and sounds. He navigated his way through the busy streets, feeling a rush of adrenaline. He had a few hours before Mia finished work, so he decided to explore the area. Every corner he turned reminded him of their conversations, the plans they had made, and After Alex's surprise visit to Mia, he felt a renewed energy. They had spent a wonderful day together, and the memories of their time in the park kept replaying in his mind. The laughter, the shared dreams, and the promise they made to stay. Connected filled him with hope. Yet, as the days turned into weeks after his visit, Alex found himself grappling with a familiar feeling of distance creeping back in. Despite their regular video calls and messages through the friendship device, something about being apart felt heavy. Alex missed the spontaneous moments, the little things that came with being physically together. He wanted to do more to maintain the bond they had strengthened during his visit. One evening, as he sat in his workshop, Alex decided he needed to take action again. He wanted to create something that would not only remind Mia of their friendship, but also allow them to share experiences in real time, regardless of distance. He wanted to build a project that would make it feel as if they were together, even when they were apart. He pulled out a notebook and began brainstorming ideas. What if I create a device that lets us share experiences together? He thought. Something that can simulate being in the same place. He jotted down thoughts about virtual reality and interactive experiences, feeling excitement build within him. Over the next weeks, Alex worked tirelessly. He researched technology that could connect their worlds, using cameras, sensors, and sound systems to make their interactions feel more immersive. He envisioned a device that would allow them to share moments as if they were side by side, no matter how far apart they were. As he worked, Alex often thought about Mia. He remembered how her eyes lit up when he shared his ideas, how she always encouraged him. He wanted to create something that would not only bring them closer, but also inspire her in her own work. Finally, after weeks of hard work, Alex had a prototype ready. It was a compact headset that would allow them to enter a shared virtual space. They could see and hear each other as if they were in the same room. With a mix of excitement and nerves, he decided it was time to show Mia. That evening he called, her using the friendship device. As soon as she answered, he could see the familiar smile on her face, and it filled him with warmth. "Mia, I've been working on something special, and I can't wait to show you," he said, unable to hide his excitement. "Really? What is it?" she asked, curiosity shining in her eyes. "I'll send you the prototype. You'll need to put on the headset for the full experience," he explained. "I want us to share something together, like we did when we were kids." Mia's eyes widened with delight. "That sounds incredible. I can't wait to try it out." After a few days of waiting, the package arrived at Mia's doorstep. She quickly opened it, revealing the headset and a note from Alex that read, "This will bring us closer together. I hope we can share our adventures again." Excited, Mia put on the headset and connected to Alex's device. A moment later, the screen lit up, and they were both transported into a beautiful virtual park filled with vibrant flowers and singing birds. "Mia, can you see me?" Alex called out, grinning from ear to ear. "Yes, this is amazing," she replied, her voice filled with wonder. "It feels like we're really here together." They began to explore the virtual park, laughing and chatting as they walked along the paths. They could see each other's expressions, hear each other's laughter, and even interact with the virtual environment. Alex had created a space that mirrored their childhood adventures, complete with a treehouse they could climb and a pond where they could skip virtual stones. "This is incredible, Alex. You've outdone yourself," Mia exclaimed as they played together, reliving moments from their past. As they explored, Alex felt a sense of joy wash over him. He had successfully bridged the distance between them, allowing them to share experiences just like before. They spent hours in the virtual park, talking about their lives, their hopes, and their dreams. After some time, Alex suggested, "Let's create our own adventure. We can make this park even better with our ideas." Mia's eyes sparkled with excitement. "Yes, we can add a river or even a roller coaster. Let's make it our own." Working together in the virtual world felt like a dream. They laughed and shared ideas, building their fantasy park piece by piece. It was a reminder of how they used to spend hours dreaming up adventures, and now they were doing it again. Together. As they created, Alex marveled at how this new technology allowed them to connect in a way he never thought possible. They were not just friends. They were partners in creativity, proving that distance could not diminish their bond. Days turned into weeks, and their virtual adventures became a regular part of their lives. They would log in several times a week, exploring new ideas and creating memories together. It was as if they had found a new rhythm, a way to keep their friendship alive and vibrant. One day, as they were building a new section of their park, Mia turned to Alex and said, "You know, I never thought I could feel this close to someone who lives so far away. You've made me realize that our friendship is stronger than I ever imagined." Alex felt a swell of pride and happiness. "And you've shown me that we can create our own path, no matter the distance. We're proving that friendship knows no boundaries. As the sun set in their virtual park, painting the sky in shades of orange and pink, Alex felt a profound sense of gratitude. They had transformed their connection into something beautiful, using technology to bridge the gaps created by distance. With each adventure, they were not only sharing experiences, they were also building hope for the future. Alex knew that as long as they continued to support each other and nurture their friendship, they could face anything that came their way. One evening, after an especially fun session in the park, Alex turned to Mia. "I want to keep pushing our limits. Let's think about how we can use this technology to help others stay connected too. We could create something that brings people together, just like we've done." Mia's eyes lit up with excitement. "That's a fantastic idea. We have the skills and the passion to make a difference. Let's brainstorm and see how we can help others." Together, they began to plan their next project, an initiative to create devices that could help families and friends stay connected, no matter where they were in the world. They envisioned a future where no one would have to feel distant from loved ones, and it filled them with hope. As they continued their journey, Alex realized that their friendship had become a beacon of light in his life. It had transformed from something that felt distant and fragile into a powerful bond that could overcome any obstacle. With Mia by his side, he felt ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. In that moment, under the virtual stars of their park, Alex knew they were building something extraordinary. Together, they were not just friends, they were a force for good, ready to change the world one connection at a time. As Alex and Mia continued their virtual adventures in their custom-built park, they felt a growing sense of purpose. The idea of creating a device to help others stay connected was more than just a project. It was a mission they were both passionate about. They wanted to share the joy of their friendship with others who might be feeling distant from loved ones. One evening, as they logged into their virtual park, Mia had a bright idea. "What if we host a community event? We can invite people to share their stories of friendship and connection, and we can brainstorm together on how to help them." "That's a fantastic idea," Alex replied, feeling inspired. "We can use our friendship device to host the event. It could be a way for people to experience our virtual park and feel connected, even if they're far apart." They began planning the event, excited to bring their vision to life. They designed invitations and created a website where people could sign up. They spread the word through social media, sharing their story and inviting anyone who felt distant from friends and family to join. As the day of the event approached, Alex and Mia worked tirelessly to make sure everything was perfect. They added new features to their park, creating spaces for people to share their stories, play games, and connect with one another. They even set up a virtual campfire area where people could gather and talk about their experiences. Finally, the day of the event arrived. Alex felt a mix of excitement and nervousness as he logged in. He wanted everything to go smoothly, and he hoped people would find joy in what they had created. Mia joined him in the virtual park, her face full of enthusiasm. "Are you ready, Alex? This is going to be amazing." "I hope so. Let's make sure everyone feels welcome," he replied, looking around at the beautiful park they had created together. As participants started to log in, Alex and Mia greeted each person with warmth and enthusiasm. They explained the purpose of the event and encouraged everyone to share their stories of friendship and connection. One by one, people began to open up. They talked about friends who had moved away, family members they missed, and the challenges of staying connected in a busy world. Alex listened intently, feeling a deep empathy for each person's story. He realized that many others shared the same feelings of distance he and Mia had experienced. After some time, they moved to the campfire area where people could gather in smaller groups. Alex and Mia encouraged everyone to brainstorm ideas for staying connected. They shared their own experiences with the friendship device and how it had helped them feel closer.